equipment on and off the shore here by using these amphibious assault landing craft. So that is what's currently happening here in Queens. Reporting live aboard Chopper 4, I'm Dennis Protzko. Tom and Sheba, back to you in the studio.
Likely a welcome sight to those residents of the Rockaways. Yeah. All right, Dennis, thank you. Let's go down to Storm Team Force Janice Huff. Janice is watching a storm system that's headed for our area, right, Janice?
Yep, this one's a nor'easter this time around. It won't have the same intensity as Sandy because it's not as big a storm. It's not tropical in nature, but we know nor'easters can be very damaging around here, and this one will just add insult to injury, which is the last thing that we need. Here it is in its beginning stages now, diving southward through the Tennessee River Valley tonight with some showers and thunderstorms. Eventually, it will take shape. We're just off the Carolina coast and develop into that powerful nor'easter that will come our way. Already, we have coastal flood watch that's been issued for all of the shore areas, expecting 8 to 14-foot waves crashing in from the system as it moves onshore, as it gets farther and farther and closer to us. This is going to mean more beach erosion, unfortunately. Whatever damage there was from Sandy, there will still be more possible in the area. Even though the waves will not be quite as high, they still could be damaging. Coastal flooding will be at moderate levels during the high tide cycles tomorrow evening and Thursday morning. We're talking about a 3 to 5 foot surge on Long Island Sound on top of the tide. I'll give you those numbers in a second. The winds may gust over 60 miles an hour. That could bring more trees down and could mean, unfortunately, more power outages across the area. So here's a look at some of the tide times for Wednesday into Thursday. We're talking about Wednesday evening and Thursday morning's high tide. The Battery expecting minor flooding with a 7-foot tide level. That's the level of the tide itself plus the surge, 7 feet. Remember, when the water came ashore, just with Sandy, it was 13 feet. So it'll be about half of what we saw. Still could mean some damage for some areas. Sandy Hook, the flooding will be a little worse. It'll be moderate levels, 8-foot tide level. At Freeport, major flooding is expected there. We're talking about parts of Long Island Sound, seeing quite a bit of surge there. It could be worse than the areas that saw the direct hit from the south of Sandy, like the Jersey Shore and south-facing shores of Long Island. Kingsport with moderate flooding expected there. Temperatures tonight, the coldest so far since Sandy passed us. Right now, it's already 32 in Monticello. You're expecting 20s tonight, 44 in Farmingdale right now. Tonight, down to 30 degrees in Ronkonkoma. Most areas will go below freezing tonight, except the city, right at 34. But 20s from Mount Kisco to Rock Hill, back to Newton, Morris Plains, down to 25 degrees. Here's a 7-day forecast. It looks fine for tomorrow, but just awful starting Wednesday evening. So Wednesday afternoon, we may start to see the first signs of the winds and some showers in the area, but then increasingly bad through Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. I barely mentioned the idea of snow. Some of the computer forecast models are talking about some snow at the start of the storm for some areas north and west. We have to keep watching the models to get more specific on that. But in the meantime, wind, rain, and possibly more power outages and some coastal erosion as well. Better weather coming up, though, by the end of the week. Thank goodness. Back to you.